welcome to this episode of Meet the Archons, where we introduce you to those seeking knowledge within the Crucible, and look at the alliances they have made with its native houses. In this episode we are joined by the Regal Commander Eagle of Hamount, and he is allied with houses Sanctum, Brobnar and Shadows. And have you noticed that the cards on the checklist are all in alphabetical numerical order, yet those on the card backs are not? What do you think this means, viewers? Brobnar has 7, which is quite a typical number for creatures. Sanctum also has 7, but Shadows has only 2. Although, as there is really no getting rid of bad Penny, she may more than make up for it. Total-wise, 16 out of 36 cards are creatures, which is less than half. Expect some trickery to try and make up for this. Speaking of trickery, Brobnar has 4 actions, all of which concern creatures. Sanctum has 5, which definitely all affect creatures, and it looks like the king of all actions is House Shadows with 7, no 8, no 9, 10! 10 actions, including the infamous bait and switch. That makes 19 in total, almost 2/3 of the entire deck. There is a lone artifact with the ever-popular Gauntlet of Command from House Brobnar. And definitely no upgrades. Commander Eagle is more about reusing, recycling and keeping its smaller pool of creatures in play. Brobnar has a pair of creatures as you would expect, Shadows has a pair of actions as you would expect, and Sanctum has a pair of each. That may be all of the pairs, but Shadows has a triple with Ghostly Hand. Such a shame it wasn't 3 copies of Routine Job though. And we're just going to stop the interview at this point and point out the best flavor text we have ever seen. Thou shalt wear pants. If you are looking for free amber, then Brobnar is not the place to go. Sanctum generally does okay, and here we have 3 cards that not only grant an amber, but also capture amber when played. Shadows is definitely the place to go if you do want amber, with 4 cards that grant 1 amber. Not impressed? Well, have another 3 cards that grant 2 amber each. Plus, they may allow you to steal a little more. That is 13 free amber, even if you can't complete any other parts of the card. Is it going to be Brobnar? That's what everyone thinks. Well, yes. And also no. Shadows are definitely not known for their mighty behemoths, but one of only 2 Shadows creatures in the Regal Commander's deck is one of the chunkiest in the game. However, it isn't a damage dealer, more of a damage sponge. If any house is known for its armour, it is Sanctum. All of their creatures bar the Grey Monk have armour, and the Lord, the Lady and Sequis both have 2 armour, which is handy as none of the Brobnar or Shadows creatures that fight for the Regal Commander have any. Each of the houses has a single rare card, and don't forget there are 2 copies of Routine Job, making a total of 4 rares plus 6 uncommons. Compare this to the last episode where Adamant Care had 6 rares and 9 uncommons. In our first interview with Adamant Care, we saw that in her House Brobnar selection, she brought 11 different cards, including a pair of Ganger Chieftains. The Commander also has 11 different Brobnar cards and a pair of Ganger Chieftains. Both of them have a single artifact, and that is the Gauntlet of Command. So let's start taking out the cards that they share. Out of the 12 cards, there are 5 in common because of the pair they share. That is quite a significant overlap, as each house has a pool of 50 cards. And opening 2 decks, we have seen 18 out of the 50 Brobnar cards. In theory, even if you never got a duplicate, it would still take you opening 5 decks to get access to a full set of cards from any given house. The Regal Commander's favourite colour is Molten Orange, and although his lucky number is 6, he wants you to know he is more than a number, he is a free Archon. In his spare time, he is a keen photographer and likes to pull the wings off angels. We will leave you with a slideshow so you can see exactly what he brings to the Crucible. Today we will do it 1 card at a time. Let us know in the comments if you prefer it card by card or want it in groups.